And welcome back, guys. This is the movies episode. Before we get too far into it, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Today we're talking about The Last of Us episode 4 and 5. Before we get into that, hit that beautiful theme song.
Now it's time to break it.
Welcome back. Guys, The Last of Us has been epic so far, so close to the game. We're talking about episode 4 and 5. What are you guys' initial thoughts?
It's all right.
Yeah, it was fun.
You know, if nothing else is on, give it a watch.
Yeah, it's perfectly serviceable.
I've only
Game's
watched
okay,
one
too.
episode of it, so
Way to go.
yep.
That end of the table's sinking pretty fast.
No, fucking love it.
Yes,
Love it.
100%.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Best video game adaptation I've ever seen.
Yes.
Stays true to
So
the
if
source
they don't
material.
kill it in the last 4 episodes.
If they can keep doing like they've been doing, every episode I worry about it, and
Yeah.
it just wows me
Phenomenal.
all over again. So best adaptation. Only a couple episodes to go.
Four.
Four to
Four
go,
left.
and so far, good track record. So
Yeah.
if they can keep that up to the finish line, it's going to be phenomenal.
You know, I think it was the beginning of this episode where I kind of realized there wasn't a lot of infected or clickers been shown so far in this episode, or in this series. And they kind of upped that ante
They
pretty
upped
quickly.
that up this episode for sure.
Yeah. Beautiful, intense scene.
But yeah, now that you mention, we have not seen a lot of Joel and Ellie fighting the infected.
But the game was like that too. It was more the infected, and like the apocalypse was more the backdrop of the
Yeah.
story, while the drama, the character building, and the human on human interaction was more at the forefront.
Yeah, it's definitely the focus, which it should be. But we have not seen a lot of them. And biggest deviation probably I haven't seen them look through a drawer once or a cupboard. What the heck?
Episode 4 was them arriving in Kansas City, which in the game was originally Pittsburgh.
Yep.
So that's something small. Again, doesn't change anything.
anything.
They thought that where they were filming looked more like Kansas City than Pittsburgh. So I'm all for it. Episode 4 was wild from the jump, with them getting
Yes.
into town and having to
Yeah.
people trying to get them to get out of their truck.
Yep.
The epic fight scene that ensued.
You know, Joel's done that before just by his reaction.
Assholes.
Yeah.
And then episode 5 is more of them escaping from Kansas City. I loved episode 4. Episode 5 was awesome.
Yes.
Usually whenever we watch stuff all together, we crack jokes and stuff. But there are moments where things get too intense, and I might have snapped a little bit there. Because
proud of you.
I was very invested in what was going on.
And then seconds later, you couldn't shut up.
Well, yeah, the action was over at that point, Aaron. I was okay. We can go back to normal.
Yeah, it was a very tense episode.
I will say episode 4 is probably my lowest rated one so far. It was mostly build up for episode 5.
I would agree.
That being said, though, in no way did I dislike episode 4 at all.
No, it was still a great episode. I watched it and was pumped. But
Well-
it would be my least favorite.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about the series is like hours later on TikTok is full of comparison videos of the game's cutscenes versus the shows, and it's almost
They're
spot
so
on.
spot on. I
It's-
love it.
It's what.
This is how you do
finally
it
for
in
doing.
adaptations.
Yes.
You stay true to the source material.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
make
Neil
small little
Druckmann
deviations
and
where
showrunner of
necessary.
Chernobyl, because I can't remember your name right now, which is another great show if you haven't watched it, Chernobyl. It's a really good miniseries on HBO.
Got to see a bloater for the first time. Something
Looked
that we
great.
thought we might see in episode 3,
Yeah,
but because they deviated a little bit on episode 3, which
it was fine.
was fine and a beautiful,
Great
beautiful
backstory.
episode.
Great episode.
And they're
We
looking
finally
strawberries
get to see him in
the
episode 5, and it was fucking awesome.
same. Yeah. He just walked right through the crowd, ripping people apart.
Yeah, just
that
pulled
last
Ripped that
kill-
dude's head off.
Right off.
I thought we were going to get a spine there for a second.
Surprised we didn't. It was great. Great scene though. Glad we saw that little glimpse.
Yeah.
Other power.
Zipower.
I almost shouted, aim for the warts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. every week. Every week I look forward to it. And even though this episode did come out today on Friday, which was super cool, now I'm really bummed that we have to go 9 days until the next episode.
Yeah.
But still, I'm loving everything they've done so far.
But they really did not want to compete viewer-wise with the Super Bowl.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's a smart move.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Don't separate your audience when you have a banger like this.
Yeah.
Now they can get their views as they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And the
it's-
Super Bowl can happen.
Super Bowl's gonna have its.
Nobody
you're
has
gonna
to
watch
choose.
it. Even if you don't watch football all year,
Yeah.
you watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, people who don't watch football watch Super Bowl,
Yeah,
so you might as
absolutely.
well just move it. It doesn't affect anything outside of the fact that now I have to wait 9 days, and I'm pretty.
Yeah, that's the only downer. But on Sunday you won't be thinking about it.
Nope.
Ooh.
I'll be thinking about how I could be watching episode 6.
Gavin, what did you think?
I thought it was fantastic. I really liked.
Did you lose anything skipping the middle episodes?
No.
Okay.
And you should go back and
You
watch
should
those.
rewatch.
I'm planning on watching them. I just haven't really.
Braden, have you been watching this show at all, or
No,
this
today
your
was the
episode?
first episode I've actually got to see.
Have you
So-
played the game?
I did play
Yeah.
the game.
So jumping in here, are you going to go back and watch the others?
Yes, I've been wanting to. I just don't have HBO Max, so I can't watch
Yeah.
it.
Nice part.
Plan on getting it because it has quite a few shows that I want to watch. But
Yeah, get it for this one alone.
yeah, this one.
Can't recommend this one enough. Anybody that hasn't watched
Come,
this,
come
go
over
do
in
it.
9 days. Tori and I watch it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, definitely
and
to rewatch it.
I was kind of glad I came over tonight and watched it, and it was definitely like, even though I'm further in, and I'm not interrupting anything because I've already kind of know the stuff.
Yeah, if you played the game,
So I already know.
That's where I'm at too, because
But
that's why I figured it
but
was
it's
too
amazing to see it in this format.
And
done
with
in
just
such
everything
detail.
and with everything I've heard and kind of seen on TikTok or Facebook and everything about this, and they're doing a great job, and also Daddy Pascal. So.
Daddy Pascal. God, he's
Transporter Magic Space, baby.
He
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yep. He
Just
knows
keep doing it. It's a winning formula.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And he knows it. He coined the name Daddy Pascal. So
One thing that this show's doing that I haven't really seen before that I love is not only are we getting a preview for next week's episode at the end of the episode, which I have seen before.
Yeah.
I love the behind the snes after each episode. I think every show should do that. That's
I
a
think
cool little
it's
rundown.
Game of Thrones
It's
did
becoming
that,
more.
remember?
Game of Thrones did
Yeah.
it. Walking
Yeah.
Dead did it. A couple others have done it, but
see,
not
but
every show does.
Walking
for sure.
Dead had a whole other show.
Yeah, that
You
was
had
too
to-
much. I
you
prefer
had-
this
and you
little
had to-
behind the scenes,
And you had to deal with their host, which
Yeah.
the host on The Walking Dead was
Chris
sometimes
Hardwick.
which is why I didn't watch
Talking
it.
Dead.
Talking Dead,
Talking
yeah.
Dead, and he was okay.
It was a cool idea, but I did not like the host, the format.
Yeah.
This is great. Seeing a little behind the scenes.
You get to actually learn from the director, not just some random
Yeah,
dude
that-
talking. About
That's
the
what I
show.
love is like if they change something, they have the wherewithal and those behind the scenes to be like,
Yeah,
this
to
is why
explain
we
it.
changed
Yeah.
this.
And this episode goes a lot into Sam's slight change from the game where he's deaf
Yeah.
and uses ASL for communication.
Yeah.
And how they, in the behind the scenes thing, they talk a lot about his character and the behind the scenes of a lot of the actors and crew learning ASL to communicate with this actor who was actually deaf and using ASL as his normal means of communication.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really cool to see.
Yeah, it really was.
Good attention to detail using real.
And way to get me to cry at the end of another episode.
I mean,
and
and you
two
knew-
episodes in this show I've cried at.
I was about to
It
cry,
will not
but
be the
people
last
started
time.
cracking jokes, and it just leveled me out real quick.
But won't be the last time you're crying.
No, it will not.
I do have to rewatch this episode with my wife, who's I
Oh,
think
yeah.
just got into this part in the game, and that's as far as she's gone so far. So
Has she completed this arc, or
no,
is she
this
just
is
meeting
this
them?
is between this main, like the ending of this episode, and meeting Tommy up in Wyoming. That's basically where she found her phone, and I started playing by myself.
Which we do get to see Tommy a little bit in the trailer for next week's episode, which
Yeah,
is
we,
cool.
we see him in the trailer, them reunite, a little bit of what to expect there.
Anything
that'll
else
be
you're
fun.
super looking forward to in the next couple episodes?
So I did notice in this trailer that it doesn't seem like they're meeting at the hydroelectric plant. It's more looks like Jackson.
Yeah, it did look a lot like Jackson.
So there's gonna be a little bit of change up there. I learned from episode 3 not to really expect the exact translation from the game.
No. It's close enough, though.
Yeah.
Because they don't change anything that's going to change the overall arc, like most adaptations do,
Yes.
and just screw it up. So, obviously, they're skipping a lot of filler, but that's okay.
Yeah. Is there anything so far that you guys have seen that you dislike from this adaptation so far?
No.
The kiss. And I don't even dislike it. It was just unnecessary.
Oh, the kiss in episode 2.
The fungus kiss.
I was like, wait a second. We were just talking about how we love Nick Offerman doing that.
Oh, no. That kiss was beautiful. No, but the infected making out with Tess, and it just, I don't think it needed to be there.
Yeah.
Nothing against it, really. It just seemed like they just put it in there for shock value, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, and the fact that it like hasn't been brought up.
Yeah,
Again,
it served no narrative purpose to be there. Like their other changes, like all of episode 3, great narrative purpose.
Mm-hmm.
The kiss, not so much. Everything else, I can't complain about.
Yeah.
That's my only little nitpick, that I would have been fine with them just killing her like they did in the game, minus not having Fedra.
Yeah. Have we all played the second game of the Sable?
Nope.
No? Well,
No, I have. I bitched about it.
Buckle up, buckaroos.
Oh yeah, I didn't like The Last of Us Part 2. That's Anyway,
Yeah, Gavin's a bigot.
I am.
Fun. Good news though. We did get an official confirmation that season 2 is going to happen. It's going to adapt.
Same showrunners.
Yep, same showrunners from what I can find out. It is
I
going to
assume
adapt
so.
part 2, and there is talks that they might split it into multiple seasons because the second game is quite a bit longer than the first one.
So that would be smart.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had my doubts on season 1 only being 9 episodes, but so far they're nailing it. So
Yeah.
if they can continue on like that,
Oh shit!
Again, my fears.
Episode 9, 43 minutes.
But episode 5 was 63 minutes, so this doesn't look like it's
Okay.
totally accurate.
Yeah. Hopefully not. Because I was really hoping they'd be like, "Yep, 2-hour finale."
All right. I have a question, a little bit veering away from Last of Us. If you could take these showrunners and have them go and do another video game franchise that you love, what would you choose? What do you want to see on the silver screen?
All right, I got an answer already.
Okay.
They're already working on this series, but more of a prequel to this series. But I would like to see them to adapt their Horizon series. Another post-apocalyptic series, but this time is
Much further down the line.
much further down the line. But the cool thing, especially with the first game, is uncovering what exactly happened.
Yeah.
That story and the twists and turns that took was
I would
great.
love to see that story.
The
like
second
this.
game, not so much. I mean, it's not bad. It's
No.
good in its own right.
But if they just did the first one, that'd be enough
Yeah.
for me. That'd be great to see cinematically done.
I mean, my answer was almost just like make the Pokemon universe and make sequels to it. But
You have a game that you want to see done?
I would like Halo to be redeemed.
By
Yeah,
these
they could
showrunners, that's
redo
actually
that.
was one of my picks. Was
I don't
Halo
know. I
by
have
these.
so many. I would love a Time Splitters, just because I love Time Splitters. I would also love a well done like this Mortal Kombat live action would be good, because they've always been kind of cheesy.
I always like a Mortal Kombat TV show. I think would be awesome. Not just how it always just goes in the movies. How they did that web series of the Mortal Kombat a few years ago.
I mean, there was in the late '90s, or at least there was Mortal Kombat Conquest, which was a live action, a little campy. Used mostly wrestler actors.
Yeah,
But it was really good. But
I just
definitely not high budget.
no, and that's what I liked about that YouTube miniseries. is
And
that
if I
it was-
thought about it longer, I could probably come up with 50 more things that I would love to see.
Minecraft?
No. But that's definitely going to happen someday. Yeah. Nick, you?
I actually was scrolling down to it. God of War.
That's happening.
And I know that it's
But
happening, but I would love to see.
I don't have as much faith in it because it's going through Amazon, and so far
I would
they've sucked.
love. I just want these showrunners to do all of my adaptations for video games.
Yeah, because this is the winning formula.
Yeah.
And hopefully these other studios will look at it like, oh, you stick to the source material?
Yeah.
That works?
But part of this is one of the showrunners is the actual director of the game, and he did most of the story for
Yeah.
it. So that's
Which should be
yeah,
what
he
you're
was the
doing.
co-creator of this
Yeah.
game.
If you're going to make a video game TV show, you should get the guy that wrote and directed the fucking video game
Yeah.
to help run the show.
I might have been talking over you a little bit, but did you say Uncharted?
I did not. But
Okay.
No, but that's
Again.
definitely a good one.
yeah. Unfortunately, after that disastrous piece of shit of a movie I had to watch, they're probably not going to do that again for a while.
No.
Oh no, Netflix will pick it up as a series. They like failed franchises that start off.
Yeah, but they don't always make
Yeah.
good shows.
So something I wanted to add, and I did see this on TikTok a week ago after the
Yeah, I don't,
previous
I don't have a
episode.
pick.
Oh, sorry. By the way, this is our guest star, Brayden. Better with a beard.
If you've seen the other episodes, you know who he is.
I would, well, we said Halo and God of War, but the problem I have is I would love to see the Norse God of War, but I would love it to actually start from the get-go. Go all the way back
Ghost
to
of Sparta.
Ghost of
Back to
Sparta.
Greece.
And if you're going to do a TV show, because then you
I mean, I'd be
guarantee-
fine with that too. You could do his whole arc.
yeah.
If you did his whole arc, or you
And
could
every
do
season could be a different point in that arc.
or you could do the first two games as one, because there's the first two games were so short because they were PS2.
Yeah.
You could start 3 as one. You could do Chains of Olympus as one, because even that was a decently long game. But yeah, and
I'm all for it. I hope the Amazon one's good, but so far out of adaptations,
my biggest problem with it is
Amazon's 0 for 2.
they're not even taking
least.
the current voice actor to even be an option to play him. And I'm like, he's built exactly like Kratos, so you
Yeah.
could just paint him white.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Whiteface.
Also-
white face him.
Also, I'm not going to lie. One of the best live action adaptations of any video game out there is the NFL. I mean, so beautifully scripted.
Technoball.
I think you forgot WWE.
Yeah. Well, yeah, same
that's-
thing.
Same thing.
That is beautifully scripted.
Yeah.
They are
Great
both.
adaptations.
Yeah, wonderful
But-
video game adaptations.
I would also love to see Halo done well, and
Yeah, that ain't
don't
happening.
just crush my childhood.
Are you
and
pumped for
everything.
Halo Season 2?
You didn't like Master Cheeks?
Master Cheeks and taking his fucking helmet off in the first 5 minutes of the fucking episode? That pissed me off.
Boba Fett all over again.
So one thing I wanted to do with this, and like I was saying earlier, I kind of saw this on TikTok a week ago after the previous episode, but this guy went through and looked at the top 10, according to Rotten Tomatoes critic score, I think it was.
Critic score only, yes.
Critic score only, the top 10 best rated video game adaptations. You guys have any guesses on which was on there?
Oh.
And he did a list of
Warcraft.
45, but I'm going with the top
Warcraft
10.
wasn't like the top.
Did he
15.
count Detective Pikachu?
Yes.
He
Even
did.
though it's not a game adaptation.
It is, though.
a game.
Detective Pikachu is a
Yeah,
DS
there's
game.
literally a game called Detective Pikachu. I think Danny DeVito did the English voice acting. Perhaps.
Perhaps, but maybe not.
Don't quote me on that. I think I heard that somewhere.
Mortal Kombat, Resident Evil,
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Both Sonics.
I mean, the obvious choice of winner is going to be Super Mario Bros. The movie. Oh God. Double Dragon. That was phenomenal. Street Fighter. Bangers.
Alright, I'll go through the list real
Let me
quick.
bet.
Oh.
I'm going to guess that there's going to be Assassin's Creed on that list and Warcraft on that list.
So this is the top 10 out of the 45 that they picked. We had the 95 Mortal Kombat at number 10.
Yeah. Great movie.
Monster Hunter from 2020
Oh yeah. I guess
scored a
that counts.
44%.
I haven't watched it, so I have no idea if it's on.
Rampage at 51% for
Oh.
number 8.
God, Rampage beat Mortal Kombat. That's sad.
No!
Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider
This list is flawed.
from
The
2018. 53%. That's still a rotten score. These are just the best.
Guess
all
it's
of them.
better than Angelina Jolie's.
Mortal Kombat from 21 with a 54%.
That's
At number
atrocious
6.
score for that movie.
Yeah, that's an atrocious score for that
That's a
movie.
great movie.
Sonic 1 from 2020, 63%. First fresh score so far.
Fresh.
Sonic 2 right after with a 69%.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice. Detective Pikachu at number 3 with 68%. Then we had the Angry Birds movie.
Wait.
Well, what?
Sonic 2 had a 69%.
Yeah.
And Detective Pikachu had a 68%.
I think Detective Pikachu has a higher crowd score, which that is what he took into.
This list is
Yeah.
flawed.
He took it, so it was only critics until it came to be like so close
Okay.
that Detective Pikachu's
All right.
crowd was so much higher.
At number 2, The Angry Birds Movie 2
That's gross.
with a 73%.
That's way too high.
And at number 1, I think we mentioned it at another episode, Werewolf Within.
Oh yeah, Gavin brought that up.
86%.
Yeah.
According to Rotten Tomatoes, this is the best video game adaptation
Kevin
film.
loves that movie.
He loves
I watch it at least 0 times.
So you said Super
Same.
Mario Brothers. Let's see if we can find that one on here. Uncharted was at number 13.
The fuck
That
off.
shouldn't be in the top 100.
Fuck off.
Warcraft 20, which is criminal, especially with Uncharted being so high.
Yeah,
But it's because so many
but
World of
Super Mario
Warcraft
Bros. Isn't
fans.
even on your list, so that's
Super
wrong.
Mario Brothers at 22.
Yeah, that's wrong.
It's a 29%.
It's top 3 for sure.
Need for Speed's on here at 25.
Great movie.
And that's see, I had no problems with that movie whatsoever.
neither.
I think they held too good with like the
Jesus Christ.
Ooh, where did that rank?
Pokemon 2000 at 31.
What?
Yeah. Assassin's Creed you mentioned with a 19%, 32.
I mean,
I'm not surprised. I never said these were good
yeah,
movies.
it did suck.
What hurts me in my soul, Pokemon the first movie, 16%, 36.
I'm surprised that that's that low. I thought, well, it was critics, he said, so that's not surprising.
Street Fighter with 11% at 39.
All right, but what do the fans say?
Let's-
What about Double Dragon?
They don't Double Dragon. I didn't see.
They don't
that
even
one.
have. They don't even have.
They don't even have
Super
Double
Smash-
Dragon. This list is
They
incomplete.
don't even have fucking.
Mortal
Super
Kombat
Mario Bros.
Annihilation with a 4% on Rotten Tomatoes. 45.
Great movie.
Great movie.
I guess there was a few more on here. At 49, Alone in the Dark with 1%.
Oh, we need to watch Alone in the Dark.
I don't think we want to.
1%er? That's
All right.
fucking awesome.
All right.
Synopsis for this movie.
Be aware, Jurassic
When they
Shark
inve-
had a 9.
When the investigations of supernatural detective Edward Carnby
I mean,
lead
the
him
game's
to uncover a long-lost tribe called the
I'm sorry. I
Absconi.
can't understand what you're saying, Zach. Could you hand it over to us to
No.
read?
good. Yeah, let's let us read this.
I will not.
That's what the
I
fans
click
want.
on more and it takes me to the page. I don't want to know about Magic Mike right now.
Yeah, he's
You're
Yes,
excited
you
for it,
do.
I mean, I need to go see the movie. Called the Ascani, he finds out that they worship demons. These evil creatures are now attempting to resurface in the world, and Edward can stop them only with the help of Elaine Kedrak,
That's not
played by Tara Reid. All right, this movie
Line
has
K. Drake.
Christian Slater and Tara Reid. You know it's going to be great.
Isn't that the
That-
same as
that'll be great.
Sharknado?
Tara Reid is in Sharknado, but I don't know if Christian Slater is.
No, he's not. And
Christian Slater is in Sharknado.
I believe he is. He is.
He's in one of the Sharknadoes.
Really?
I'm
He
pretty
is.
sure.
He is
I
like a
haven't seen them
full
all.
sci-fi actor now.
Wow, poor guy. He used to be
C-list sci-fi
respected.
actor.
God bless it, Christian Slater.
Highest ranked movies he is not in. Sharknado.
No, but he's in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh
Well, there you
jeez.
go. Fuck yeah.
And The Name of the Rose. With the greatest actor of all time, Sean Connery.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a good movie, especially rated at 1%.
No, it's gonna be.
Due to the fact that
But it might be
Dragon Ball
funny.
Evolution has a 4.
Yeah. That one's not even
Oh.
Whatever. Well, The Last of Us episodes 4 and 5, fantastic.
Yeah.
Before we close out this episode, you guys want to give a recommendation for our viewers to watch this week? Starting with our guest.
I don't, because I don't
Shark
really watch
Boy and
it.
Lava
I
Girl.
don't. Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh God.
funny. Good,
Gavin?
good call.
Recommendation to watch this week? Other than going with the easy Last of Us because you haven't even caught up technically.
Yeah, you can't recommend that. But everyone should watch that.
King of the Hill. Been rewatching it. It's pretty fucking
Nice.
great.
I love that series.
That's a great series.
Nick. Last of Us.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Watch Bel Air.
Fuck
Season
yeah.
2 dropping in 12 days.
That's also a great call. Yeah, if you don't watch anything else this week, go watch Bel Air and Last of Us. Catch up on both of those for. I mean, that's the best TV's got going on right now.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything better for TV.
Yellowstone.
I haven't started that yet. I want to.
Is it good?
I haven't watched. I've watched all but the new season, and it's really good. It's been good, but I guess the new season, from what I've read of, like what's going on it, it's just pretty much becoming Sons of Anarchy with horses. So they're kind of getting.
So it's great TV.
Well, they're getting to the point of where they're getting extreme now. Like in the beginning, you're like, it's a little far fetched, but I can see it happening. And now it's like, yeah, no way is that happening.
What about you? What's your recommendation?
Well, I'll put a movie in there. Me and my wife recently just watched The Whale, starring Brendan Fraser.
Oh, yeah.
The whale or the whaler?
The Whale. It's basically
a fat shaming movie.
not. I wouldn't say fat shaming. It's more
But he wouldn't
this
say it's not.
father basically makes a decision out of love, for love, to leave his wife and daughter, and he regrets it. Not regrets it, but near the end of his time wants to do at least one good thing for them. And it's a very touching, emotional movie. I have never been so emotionally wrecked by a film before.
That's
I
because you
spent-
haven't watched on a count of 3.
I spent the last 20 minutes of this movie's runtime not just crying, but full on continuous stream
Sobbing.
coming
Just-
from my face, and then ride home trying not to think about said movie so I wouldn't break down again. It was rough.
So it's happy.
My wife can attest to my emotional state after that. I still have a hard time not like choking up a little bit at the thought of it, but it's such a great, amazing movie. I would love to own it and add it to my collection, but I don't think I'm brave enough to watch it just yet.
Again.
Yeah.
So I still add it to your collection. You don't watch half of those.
I watched a lot of them on a continuous rotation. Brendan Fraser's best performance today.
I've heard
Okay. Have you seen The Mummy?
Yes, multiple times.
And you still think this is his best
Yes,
performance?
hands down.
Have you seen Blast from the Past?
Yes, I have.
Encino Man.
I've seen Encino Man as well.
Bewitched.
Bewitched,
That's fair.
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled's good.
Yes, it is.
Bedazzled, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right, Zach.
Yeah, he's not in Bewitched.
What do the fans have to look forward to next week?
Next week we'll be talking about numerous Super Bowl trailers.
Well, that'll be in our news episode.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it'll be better for a special movies episode. We also do have Ant-Man coming out soon.
Yeah, that's
So we'll figure that out, how we're going to lay that out. But
Next Thursday,
yeah,
we'll see what Phase 5 has in store.
3 of us will be going to see that movie in IMAX probably. The other one will tell us that he's going to come with, but not come with.
And then bail. Yeah.
And then he won't watch the movie.
You know me so well.
Yes. We love you,
Why,
Gavin.
why do you assume we're talking about you? We're talking about Braden.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at work, dude.
Well, guys, I think it's time to wrap this episode up.
Yeah.
Another beautiful movie episode.
Beautiful.
Guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification to stay on top of all our random sporadic drops.
Fuck yeah.
We love